you want to do?
Well, I mean, listen, right now we have the president of the South Apopka Ministerial Alliance who has joined us. He has been the leader of this great organization that oversaw and oversees the Martin Luther King Day Parade in the great city of Apopka. Pastor Hezekiah Bradford, how you doing, sir? Let's talk about it.
I'm doing great. How you doing, Attorney Greg and Commissioner Roger?
How are you doing, Rev? Man, y'all did a great job today, man.
Man, no, we have great people that we work with. I call because I honestly want to let the public know in your communities. So
we appreciate that. We appreciate
y'all. Y'all show up. Y'all show up, and y'all bring something to the table. I am challenging pastors from the Apopka community to show up on Saturday morning.
All right.
They have a place at the table. I just don't think that we understand the importance of the things that are transpiring and just a few people making great things happen. How much greater it could be if we could fill the table with, the clergy, especially in a time like this, where people are in greater need of leadership than ever before, and compassion from their leaders.
Hey, Pastor Bradford, I got to tell you, man, Greg and I appreciate it because, he and I are often the ones that are calling out to the pastors. And, we need to get past the point to where we go through the process of having this room and accommodations, and we're talking about stuff that's going to impact your community, your congregation, your constituency. And what we thought was the leadership don't even show up. So we appreciate you assisting us in this endeavor. But Greg and I, we're also trying to look at doing something that's going to be very tangibly impacting. And that is, and I've had part of the conversation with you, been having a conversation with Pastor McCray, Pastor Zach, and Pastor King. But we're looking at how do we get 100 pastors in a room, invite our governor, who over the last 10 days
has done more. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, go ahead, Greg, and say it.
He set it on fire.
Governor
has done unbelievable things, Rod.
Governor DeSantis. I mean, the first week in office, man. Greg, when was the pardons for the Groveland Fort?
That was a Friday after he was sworn in.
So, Pastor, hey, we appreciate your support, but what we're looking for, and if you're a pastor or a community stakeholder and you're interested in this 100 strong, because we want to extend an invitation to Governor DeSantis to come to a forum, and we're going to limit how expansive it is, but we want them to hear the concerns from communities that have continued to be neglected, blighted communities. You can go to info@groundzerosos.org. Send an email saying you're on board with 100 strong.
Well, I'm gonna do my part. I want to also send a shout out to Pastor Jimmy Severio,
Oh yeah,
who is the new president of the Apopka Christian Alliance, who sat through our entire program. One of his church members sang the song that was unbelievable.
wow.
And we are going to really work hand in hand together and bring diversity to our community like never before. And he thanked the world of the things that you have done and showed in the community, Rod. So I think it's a great opportunity and a stepping stone for pastors to understand how important our leadership is outside of the pulpit.
Well, Pastor, we thank you, and you always welcome on Let's Talk Nation.
So listen, I mean, this has been an outstanding show as always. And speaking of Governor DeSantis and bringing him here to Central Florida, I don't think people realize. I honestly think that Governor DeSantis thinks that the governor's mansion is in Winter Park, because he's been in Winter Park more than he's been in any other part of the state. Saying that to mean that he is here in this area. And so when Brother Love is saying let's pull these influential individuals in the community together. Let's sit down with the governor of our great state and see what can be done, particularly with the governor who, in his first 2 weeks of office, has pardoned the Groveland Fort, has suspended a sheriff who did a horrible job with the Parkland shooting.
Correct.
Has suspended a supervisor of election in Palm Beach who did a horrible job. has reinstated
North Florida superintendent.
Yeah, the North Florida superintendent of elections has reinstated and allowed the supervisor of elections in Broward County to go out gracefully.
Wait, great. On that point, to go out gracefully, but at the same time save taxpayers the expense of fighting it legally.
And that's right, absolutely. And speaking of saving taxpayers money, has also agreed that the Amendment 2 from the 2014 election with medicinal marijuana, that they're going to drop the lawsuit and move forward on that.
Great. In addition, I mean, and time is running out on us, and you mentioned this last week when we were on air. Great. Governor DeSantis is taking a position of politics, of people over politics.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it is incredible. So, you know what? We don't care what side of the table you sit on,
that's right.
Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. One of the things that my father-in-law is very famous for saying this, you're either at the table or you're on the menu.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, if you can be at the table with someone who cares about people and not just politics, then that's the table where you should want to be and not exclude yourself merely because of a political party.
Greg, I hear our executive director in my ear saying, hey man, let people know how we're transitioning to our TV broadcast. So go ahead and give that little roll up again, Greg.
Now, listen, once again, in conjunction with AVP Broadcasting, Let's Talk Nation, we're going to be taking you all to Roku TV on the Lifestyle Network. On Roku TV, it rolls out March of 2019. The shows that we've been having up until this point are going to be canned and rolled out as a part of that show. Excuse me. So we want to say thank you very much once again to AVP Broadcasting on Roku TV.